Hey, welcome inside our shed that we call our treasure chest. If you watch our other videos, we sell on eBay from things that we find from garage sales, private picks, thrift stores, wherever we find stuff cheap that might be undervalued and sell for more on the eBay marketplace. If you watch our other videos, we actually show you where we find the stuff, what we sell, and how much we sell it for. Today is a little bit of a different video. We want to talk about parting stuff out and how the parts and pieces of certain items can be worth more than the actual item. So a lot of times at garage sales, you'll find very large items that you don't want to ship on eBay, pay for the shipping on, or try to pack it up and worry about it breaking. Or sometimes you even find large items that sell for really cheap because they're broken, but the other parts and pieces on the item can actually go for quite a bit of money.
So as Frank said, we have a few examples here of different things, big, bulky items that would not be very fun to ship, that different parts and pieces of it actually sell pretty well. First thing I have here is a vintage Lego set. It's Legoland Pirate System, El Dorado Fortress. I think it's from the 80s or 90s. Don't know for sure. I haven't researched it that much. It's got a little bit of damage to it. Some, I don't know, something leaked in there, whatever. I mean, it's definitely old. Maybe some, water damage or something there on the box. The pieces, got, some red sticky stuff on there. I haven't counted all the pieces yet. I don't know what's here. A lot of the minifigures. Lego minifigures can actually be pretty good. There's some that are pretty rare that go for some good money. This piece itself, this base here, sold for $39.99 by itself. Other lots of pieces like these white and yellow pieces sold for $37 for bid. 9 people bidding on that. Well, 9 bids at least, if it might have been back and forth. But the stuff is desirable, especially for old sets like this. Like when I looked up this old set, like there was none listed right now. Looking at this, I mean, it looks nasty, with all this red stuff, but that should part out really well. Definitely check out Legos. If you don't have a full set, check out the pieces. This is the Barbie talking townhouse. I got this for free and I didn't really look it up or anything before I got it. I just got it for free and figured, get something for it, I guess. The set itself, the actual house, doesn't necessarily sell that well unless you have the box and all the accessories with it. So looking at just the accessories and different parts and pieces of this house, for example, there's like some trays and like pots and pans, different things that would go in the kitchen that sold for $16 for a couple of those pieces, $13 for another set of those pieces, $24. This piece here, whatever this is called, gable, I guess somebody listed it as, sold for $7. This piece here, this bed, it's clipped in there, plastic clips, that sold for $7 by itself. The floor down here sold for $10. There's ones of these listed, the entertainment system, they're listed right now for $30, no solds on that, but different, this can come out and be listed, the shower can come out, down here. So we've parted out some other things before, and yeah, it's like this would not be fun to ship. We are not messing with that, but we'll take out the little pieces, and that's easy. Those are easy to store. They're easy to list, take a few pictures. You're not worried about all these different angles. You're not worried about shipping this.
A third thing that's really good to part out are mixers. We've actually parted these out quite often. We haven't necessarily sold every single part on a mixer, but we've definitely gotten our money back and made profit on these before. This is a Sunbeam mixer that we just picked up recently, and I actually paid up for these. I wouldn't say paid up, but they're in mint condition. I paid $20 for both of these, right?
Yep, it was $10 each.
And they were in excellent condition, came with all the glass bowls, 2 nice, beautiful, new-looking glass bowls that we don't have anymore. Because when I was wheeling it out to our shed, I had piled these up on top of our wagon to wheel the stuff out to the shed, and they fell off the wagon. And the one broke, and this one actually chipped a little bit. But these are still really good to part out. You can find these at thrift stores a lot, garage sales. So even if they don't work, they're still worth some money. But this, I believe, does work. We did test it. But the motor itself, this will actually come off, and you can sell just the motor for $20 by itself. These actually seem to sell the fastest, are the beaters and the different bits, I guess. I'm a construction worker, so I call these drill bits or bits. But You can actually sell a set of these for $15 each. So we got these and these ones. I'm not a baker, so whatever these are. And so that's $20, $30, $50 right there alone, just parting them out. And these ship really easily. Sometimes you can even, most of the time actually, you get them first class in a box. And then the bowl, usually if you don't drop it off a wagon and break it, you can get these for about $20 each. Because obviously people are always breaking them, like I am. And people need a bowl for their mixer. I have pulled other parts off these mixers, like this thing, whatever it is, and the base. I think I actually did sell a base, but they're a lot slower movers. So if you want, still hang on to it and part them out, or just get the hot items and you can part them out and sell them. So then this is the other item I got with this same garage sale that I paid $20 for both of these for. It's a food processor. Very old food processor, it looks like. But again, you can part this out. You can get about $30 for this plastic part, the bowl part, I guess it would be, of the cup. And then the little bits, if you have the blades, if you have the blades for them and different blades, you can part them out as well. Obviously very small to ship, very small to store. And you can get anywhere from $8 to 15, maybe even $20 for some of the blades if you got one that people can't seem to find and it's still sharp. So we'll definitely part that out. I'm not quite sure what you get for the base of the motor, but we'll definitely list that too. A little larger, but we'll get it out.
Last thing we have here is a remote. This one is for a DVD player, and I find these all the time at thrift stores, garage sales sometimes even. Replacement remotes are I guess very desirable. I don't know, people losing them in their couch cushions or whatever. This one goes for about $20. I probably pay about 50 cents for this. I find these a lot at our Goodwill bin store.
Honey, you've actually sold some remotes for almost like $100. What remotes like go for that much, and why? Do you know, or do you look for certain brand remotes? I mean, are there certain remotes you just don't pick up, or do you get them all if they're cheap enough?
I mean, I don't always pick up kind of the newer ones like the LG and just plain basic, DVD player ones, whatever. This one is Pioneer, and Pioneer usually seems to do pretty well. I don't know. I mean, it's a DVD player, but maybe it's a little bit older. I don't know. Like I really look up all remotes, especially, vintage looking ones. Like I said, the newer ones don't always do so well.
So if it's got like just a play, stop, record, or if it's got a lot of buttons on it, it looks like quite the gadget.
Right. And sometimes they're not even worth that much, even though they look fancy. And I don't actually have one right now, but there is one type of remote. If you find a remote that has a screen on it, we'll have to put up some comps. Like
You're talking like an LCD screen?
Yeah. And like they go for $80 plus. I mean, they're, I don't know, high tech, I guess, but those, I don't know if I've ever found one of those, but.
And you may even find a unit that doesn't work with the remote, right, and that somebody just wants to get rid of, or just, hey, offer them a couple bucks for it, and then you can sell the remote and just trash the unit.
Right. Well, and estate sales, barn sales, garage sales, thrift stores, people aren't always thinking about reselling remotes. And so sometimes you can get some really good, you get them cheap, and some, they can sell for quite a bit sometimes. So
this isn't the only things we'll part out. We'll part out anything that can come apart easily. I mean, we try not to put too much time into it, because we do run a full scale business that supports our family doing this. But if you're a hobby reseller, you just like tinkering with stuff, like taking things apart, or you don't have a lot of room to store inventory to sell things, and you got a little workbench, you like taking stuff apart, it's a great way to make a few bucks, especially with gas prices and inflation the way things are right now. It's a great little side hobby that you might find stuff on your way home, or someone giving stuff away that doesn't work, and you can easily pull some parts out of it and sell it. A lot of people will be needing a part for a certain thing that they have had for years. They don't want to part with it. They don't want to get rid of it.
Right.
And they just need that one part. The first thing they think of, let me go on eBay and search for it. And it's so easy to just go on eBay, type in the model number and the part you need, and bam, there it is.
Yeah,
it's, and then they click buy now, and it's on their way.
Yep.
And it's stuff that ships easily, light, cheap to store.
Right.
If you got a little apartment or something, you can extra bedroom to store some small things in.
Yep.
I mean, granted, you're not going to get rich obviously selling parts. They may not sell fast. There might be some things that sit for a year or two or whatever, but we just wanted to give you another way that you can resell. I mean, whatever you want to do to set up your own business and what you choose to sell, you know. So we hope it helped you a little bit. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in knowing a little bit more about reselling and seeing what we sell and what we sell it for, where we find it, and just kind of how we run our whole operation here, check out a couple more of our videos. If you haven't had your fix, I'll post 2 more videos here and here for you to check out too. Thanks for watching. See ya.
See ya.